I was recently going through my old costumes and I decided that I wanted to show you guys what I found. Alright, so this first costume, this will be when I first skated to Gladiator. This is a onesie, a one-piece costume, but the designer decided to airbrush it so the red turns slowly and fades into this black pants that we have here. We just really tried our best to give that Gladiator look. This is probably one of the two costumes that I have for Gladiator. We would always make two different versions, and this would be the second version. I think I like the first costume better only because it's more modern. I feel this one, ちょっと忙しいですよね. It's a little bit busy, there's a lot going on. こちらは何かわからないんですけど, I always felt I had a baby inside me right here. It looks like a little baby. This is one out of the two costumes I had done for The Feeling Begins. I'm not sure about other skaters, but I prefer this lycra material. It's easier to move in when I'm out on the ice doing jumps and spins because our sport does require a lot of mobility. The second costume for The Feeling Begins. This is a costume where it has a lot of mesh material, and when I was out on the ice I just felt it was a little bit too much. I'm pretty sure 多分作られた人はロシア人だと思うんですけど I think the designer was Russian. Typically 普通だと衣装2ヶ月か3ヶ月ぐらいかかりますねこれ作るためにこちらの衣装はすごい悪い思い出ばっかり This costume I have a lot of bad memories with. This is when I dislocated my shoulder during my short program. I remember seeing all these news articles of me trying to hold my shoulder in place. And I believe I skated to Bolero. I don't even know why I still have this. I should just burn it. こちらはですね、this was Olympic season year, I believe. オリンピックシーズンの間の衣装の3着の1つ目になりますけど I chose to wear this in 2018. 2018年全日本選手権で着られた衣装になります This is my second piece. This is white see-through mesh, so you can see my arms underneath. I just like the difference of the small diamonds and the big diamonds. And then we rhinestoned everything, crystallized everything, just so that people from afar, when they're watching me compete, they could see the designs on this costume. So this one, こちらが3番目の衣装になりますけど to Pagliacci. This will be my third costume. こちらですね, this also has a mesh material, but I asked the designer to add fabric underneath so that my arms didn't completely show. You know, I loved all of it, but I just couldn't figure out which design I loved the most. So I just went ahead and had them all made. Every competition I would try on different costumes to see which one I liked better. And then I ended up choosing this one. Oh my gosh, this costume right here. こちらはですね、シニアデビュー。シニアで初めてグランプリシリーズスケートアメリカで出た時のショートプログラムの衣装になります And this I skated to Toccata and Fugue. Blue is my favorite color, so I remember specifically asking the designer to put blue somehow into the costume. This costume, こちらの衣装はですね、全日本選手権ジュニアからシニア上がった時の衣装になります I got invited because I did so well at junior ranks. They would invite you to compete in senior. And this was to Night on a Bald Mountain soundtrack. Out of all the costumes that I have, I think this will be my favorite costume of all time, which is surprising, I think, for a lot of my viewers and my fans. I think this costs around $3,000. This costume is the costume I wore at Grand Prix Final, and it was to the music Anniversary by Yoshiki, which is a dear friend of mine, and I think this costume really represented his music very well. こちらはですね、this also 初めてグランプリシリーズデビューした時のフリープログラムの衣装になります and this was to Lawrence of Arabia. I think this is very familiar with a lot of my fans. This was to Les Mis, Bring Him Home. 値段はアメリカだと$2,500 1回しか着てない衣装になりますけど It made me look very big even though I'm not a big person on the ice it just made me look huge. 2018年オリンピックシーズンに来たショートプログラムの衣装になります。I wore this during Olympic season for my short program. Ooh, okay, here we go. We have no pants. This one I wore for Once Upon a Time in Mexico soundtrack. I think this costume cost was $1,300. So that will be all for my costume here in my apartment. I think it was just fun going back and looking through all the memories I had with each piece of costume. Definitely great ones and a little bit of bad ones. 今日も最後まで動画見てくださってありがとうございました。ぜひチャンネル登録よろしくお願いします。So I will see you guys next time.